Nikola Tesla, known for being one of the best prodigies of engineering and science of his day. Nikola Tesla is a story of a man who started from almost nothing and was able to grow against the corporate machine and be able to selflessly donate works to science and engineering. But, although he is a figurehead, is it really as simple as that? We shall see.
It is rarely the case that people actually start from nothing and build themselves into a marvel. And the same can be said of Tesla. Tesla started his life in 1856 in what some would say was the most powerful nation of his day, the Austrian Empire. Tesla's family had a history of being Orthodox priests, a position in the community worth its weight in gold, and Tesla's father was no different. With two prominent and loving parents to care for him, Tesla was off to a great start, and even admitted that he got his ability from his mother's good breeding and influence. In 1874, Tesla ran away from military conscription and decided that living in the mountains suited him more than helping his country. Tesla's father promised to send Tesla to the best engineering school, and fulfilled that promise in 1875. In 1875, Tesla enrolled at Austrian Polytechnic. Although he was an excellent student and recognized for his potential at academics, Tesla began to conflict with his teachers. This is not the first time, and will certainly not be the last instance of Tesla's chronic disrespect. Tesla started to gamble, and also lost his scholarship as his second school year led to an end. Truly, this gambling is yet more foreshadowing of Tesla's complete lack of discipline with money. He ended up betting away all of his tuition money, and continued to wager throughout his life in billiards and cards, saying that he was not addicted. In 1978, Tesla dropped out of university. He had to. By this point, he had been unprepared for his exams and could not get extensions. Tesla began to work as a draftsman, and refused to come home even when his father begged him to. Tesla eventually did come home, finally, being forced to by the police under guard for not having a residence permit. His father had died a broken man just 1 month after Tesla returned home. Tesla's uncles decided to bail him out again and send him to another university. In 1881, Tesla began to work at the Budapest Telephone Exchange, where he claimed to have perfected a telephone repeater amplifier, though there is absolutely no proof of this whatsoever, and it was not patented nor publicly displayed. Later, in 1882, with the help of his old boss and mentor at the Budapest Telephone Exchange, Tivadar Pascaz, Tesla got another job in Paris with the cutting-edge Continental Edison Company. From here, two things are actually quite unclear. 1. We don't know if Edison really ever even met Tesla at all while Tesla worked for Edison's company. Sources are unclear, though Tesla says that he had seen Edison and that Edison had made passing compliments to Tesla. 2. We can't tell why Tesla left Continental Edison Company in 1885. Some say it was due to a bonus, but this is unsubstantiated, especially because the bonus was for $50,000, worth nearly $12 million in 2019, which is not an amount the company could honestly offer, let alone pay. To top this off, The supposed bonus was allegedly for Tesla changing arc lighting, an area that did not need help and was by this point obsolete. Either way, Tesla decided to take what he learned from Edison's and use it for himself, rather than his employer, who was paying him to come up with new ideas. Tesla immediately began patenting his new arc lighting system, but lost the patents because of a shady business deal he made for stocks. He ended up a ditch digger for $2 a day because of these choices. In 1886, Tesla was able to get help from Alfred S. Brown and Charles F. Peck. The three were able to develop AC current. Tesla was able to take this and gain royalties through Westinghouse Electric. But the market began to fall into turmoil around 1890, and George Westinghouse ended up telling Tesla that he would not be able to continue to pay Tesla his exorbitant royalties and stay at the head of the company. He told Tesla that he would have to deal with the bankers himself, and Tesla obviously did not want that. Tesla decided to play the long game and end the royalties. It should be mentioned now that Tesla received a lump sum of $216,000 just 6 years later in exchange for the patent. Tesla, by this point, had made some good money and used it to open his own group of labs and facilities to profit from, much like Edison. It was in these labs that Tesla made many of his famous inventions and showed them off to wealthy patrons and celebrities. It was also during this time in 1891 that Tesla finally became a citizen. However, Tesla simply refused to patent and document things. Unfortunately, in 1895, Tesla's lab caught fire. This was no mere setback, and destroyed numerous inventions, along with Tesla's notes. But Tesla was still a social butterfly, and had no trouble getting investors for his work up until July 1901, when he began work on his Wardenclyffe Tower, a tower designed to enhance electrical transmission. Two years after Tesla claimed he had been able to communicate with aliens from another planet, he began designing and building Wardenclyffe Tower. The sensation became too much by this point, and Tesla's investors began to lose faith. After several articles noted the unlikelihood of profitability of Tesla's new projects, the game was up. Tesla lost his investors and much of his money. Tesla continued to lose money, and finally the truth came out. Tesla had racked up so much debt, caring for pigeons and other strange ventures. Westinghouse, his old employer, fearful of bad publicity, had to provide him with a hotel and a monthly allowance for the rest of his life. Sadly, Tesla's stories only got more crazy. He told reporters that he was now able to harness cosmic rays and produce a new form of energy. He even talked about ways he could photograph a retina to reveal thought. These claims would continue until he died alone in 1943 in the hotel room provided for him.
Maybe not quite what you were thinking. Well, that's not fair. We simply hold these people up to be paragons. The truth is, human nature is never quite so simple. So, will you perhaps be the inventor of some new way of transferring energy? How about cold fusion? Or maybe you'll just give yourself a nice image and hire a few scientists in your labs to develop it for you. See you next time.